Hello, my name is Martha Kreis, and I'm Don Queen's younger sister. Thank you for the honor that you're bestowing upon him, and I'm proud to be able to tell you some things about him. He was the middle child of our family. He was actually born in Akron, Ohio, where our parents had moved because of work. Shortly after his birth, our parents, Deward, who was mostly known as Shifty, our mother Delcy, our sister Faye, and Don moved back to Georgia to the house where we grew up. I was born 5 years later. Our childhood was a Mayberry special. Our friends were also our cousins, and almost every day we were together. Baseball was played so much in our front yard that Mother had to put a stop to it because a diamond was actually forming in the grass and looked bad, or at least to her. Our parents didn't have a lot, but we'd never realized that. All our needs were met, and we knew we were loved. We attended Lebanon Baptist Church and actively participated there. Don attended Epworth Elementary, where he started his football career and then on to West Fannin High School. Football was his life during that period. He would hitchhike home from practice and sometimes had to walk all the way if no one picked him up. I'm not sure anyone would be that dedicated today. He eventually became co-captain of the team. Being younger, I don't remember very much about the games, but do remember my Uncle James coming every Saturday morning for coffee so that he, my dad, and Don could rehash the games. Maybe that helped Don in playing better football, having gone over every detail of the game on Saturday mornings. During his senior year, the University of Chattanooga sent Don an inquiry about his football-related plans for college. On April 6, 1962, Don traveled to the Chattanooga campus with two classmates, Mike Hartness and Sam Ballou. Don had a couple of interviews and completed several questionnaires. On the return trip, the boys were injured severely in an automobile accident. Don was the most severely injured, suffering multiple broken bones in the face and several broken ribs. He also suffered with a collapsed lung. The injuries effectively ended Don's football career. Don graduated in 1962. From there, he worked several different jobs in the Atlanta area, but eventually moved back here, where he was employed by the Copper Company. He married Joanne Galloway, whom he had graduated with. He and Joanne hadn't been married long when he was drafted into the Army. He was first sent to Fort Benning, Georgia, then on to Fort Hood, Texas for his advanced training. From there, he was sent to Vietnam. He was killed in action April 2, 1968. We didn't receive the news of his death for almost a week. It was Sunday, and I had been out riding around after church. I remember coming home and pulling into the road that went to our house. My Aunt Ethel was just in front of us and stopped and got out of the car and came back and told me the news. She wanted me to be prepared. There were so many cars at our house that they were parked in the yard, in the field, everywhere. It was an extremely difficult time waiting for his body to come home. The funeral, of course, was at our church and was standing room only. It was so full of people that they spilled outside and down the steps. He was buried with other family members at Lebanon. Our family was blessed by this turnout. Don was a wonderful brother, and we still miss him to this day. Again, on behalf of my sister and myself, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for honoring our brother Don in this way.